That's exactly where I was.
That's where I was going with it.
So in the church, unlike the world, where so often in the world, the means justify the ends, or I said that backwards. Excuse me. The ends justify the means. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, whatever you've got to do to get to the end goal, the end result, like, fine, whatever. Like, you can just do it however you want to. But in the church and in the Lord's way, that's not true. The means and the ends are equally important. Why? Because how you go about doing something and accomplishing something ultimately is going to dictate the type of person you are, the person you become, the attributes you develop. Like, the way you go about doing things matters. And I mean, we constantly harp on this. We always do in the church. Like, don't have that checklist mentality. It's the point of this is not, hey, I need to read scriptures every night. I need to say my prayers every night, and I need to check those boxes. But ultimately, I'm not really changing my habits, my attitudes, my attributes. Like, I'm not really doing it maybe with full purpose of heart that I should be. No, I'm not saying everyone who reads every night and prays every night is doing that. That's certainly not what I'm saying. But especially, I think, among youth, or even among some of our missionaries or whatever, they feel this obligation that I need to do this checklist, and then I'll receive the blessings, the answers, the whatever I'm looking for. And that's not correct. What we need to understand is how we go about doing it, and the fact that we're doing it are just, they're equally important, because the Lord is looking to change us. He's looking to transform us. And so the process is just as important as ultimately what we end up receiving and the end that we end up obtaining, because that process is what changes us. And that's what the Lord is really seeking after. So pray with real intent, pray continually, like, align yourself constantly with the Lord, because that's what's going to change who you are.
Yeah, the philosophy of it is just as important as the religion.
That's right. That's correct.
Like, the religion would say, do these things, but the philosophy is like understanding why we do it and what comes out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's the lifestyle aspect of it, and you know, the more
and that's why the
spiritual,
rituals,
personal aspect of it. Yeah.
And that's why the rituals, the kind of cult-like things that we do in the gospel of Jesus Christ, like, you wonder, like, well, why do we have to do it this way? Well, because the process matters. Like, the ritual that we're part of, it matters. It changes you. It transforms you. It's part of our growth and our progression. Like, it's not an accident that we do certain things the way we do them. And we need to embrace that and not run away from it. So, kind of goes back to our make cults great again perspective. Like,
well,
embrace the rituals.
Well, why do we do it the way it's done? Well, because it works. It's the way it's always been done, and it's the way we're always going to do it. Why? Because it works. Okay? Yeah. Like, one guy had an idea one time. It's like, hey, like, maybe we could do this whole atonement thing differently. And God was like, I ain't having that.
Banishment.
So, it's the way it is because it's the way it is, and it works.
Hit that like button, leave us a comment, subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate it.
They may seem like little things, but liking, commenting, it helps the algorithm push our content out to more people. So it's our small way of sharing the gospel in a social media age.